A Roux-en-Y gastric bypass is my commonest operation. It's been around now for about 40 years. Obviously when it was first performed it was an open operation. It's now performed by keyhole surgery. It's generally a couple of days in hospital, not particularly painful, and as soon as you wake up from surgery we allow you to drink. It's considered the gold standard, so it's the operation that we still compare all other operations to. Because it's a bypass, it does have a degree of impairment of absorption of calories. So it's a slightly more powerful operation than the sleeve gastrectomy, which is the commonest operation in Australia. It's particularly good if you've got a sweet tooth. If you eat too much sugar or too much fat after a bypass, you can get dumping. Dumping syndrome, you'll feel very ordinary. You'll feel nauseated, you might get some crampy tummy pain, you might get some vomiting, you might get some diarrhea. So it's a useful negative reinforcement for people who have a sweet tooth to try and keep them on the straight and narrow. It's a good operation for diabetics. For reasons that we don't understand fully, if we divert the food away from your duodenum proximal jejunum, which is the start of the small bowel, your diabetes gets better before you lose weight. Whereas with the sleeve, for example, your diabetes tends to get better as you lose weight. It's good if you've got reflux. It's the best anti-reflux operation that we have. So as part of my workup, I'll look closely to see if you've got any evidence of reflux. You may obviously be aware of it. You might be on medication for it, but equally some people will have some silent reflux. And if that's the case, then that would be where I would tend to suggest that we go from the point of view of an operation. Generally, we find that it's a particularly good operation for women. Women, as a broad rule, tend to snack and graze a little bit. They tend to have a sweeter tooth than men, and the bypass is slightly better in that situation. Because it has a bypass component, the data is also, it's a little bit harder to put weight back on again in the long term, so your risk of weight regain with a bypass is slightly less than with a sleeve. Obviously it's possible to beat all of the operations that we perform, and that's why we emphasize our team approach. We sit with you and we look at what you eat and when you eat and why you eat, and we give you some strategies to employ. We also encourage regular exercise because exercise is helpful to keep weight off. Overall, we're doing more bypasses than the other operations, and we're very pleased with our long-term results.